Oh, Haito, and welcome back to Fallout. But first, we gotta guess a game. Hello, Night Fang, and thank you, Dawn, for the daily dues. See, the problem I have isn't just that I eat my food during the previews. It's that I drink my whole drink and I have to pee like 20 minutes later. I have no idea what this is. Oh, it's Balatro. Cool. That went from like, this could be anything to this is the most obvious thing ever. All right. Yeah. Load game. Here we go. Right. We're gonna go talk to this guy. The man turns to face you. He looks sick with fever. Sweat trickles down his face and stains his clothes. He's staring at you. It looks like he's waiting for you to speak. Who are you? The man speaks in a rasping voice. I am Jesus Mordina. Jesus, I don't know. Jesus Mordina. You will address me as Senor Mordina. A bead of sweat trickles down his forehead. What is your business with me? I'm looking for work. Studies you for a long time, then shakes his head. You are a woman. What I need done is not woman's work. Yeah, all right, fuck you. I'm not gonna beg for a job from this guy. Fucking asshole. Thank you for the daily dues, Candy. Hope you're doing well. What is in this part of town? The jungle.
What you be needing?
That's it. I always forget that Solik is with me. I'm so used to the being on my own. Golden Globes porn. Is it a porn theater? Hold on. Doesn't look like much of a theater to me. I'm doing all right. It's cold here. It's new. Graffiti. Oh, this is where they make it. I see. See one of the Corsican brothers? Corsican brothers at your service. Glances up irritated, then does a double take. You're the new fluffer? What is this place? This here's the Golden Globes, a film studio, honey. The only one in Reno. Probably the only one still erect and standing. See? Now you're going to talk my ears off? You want a job. There's a steady paycheck in it. I'm interested. Excellent. Of course, I'll need to see what you're made of. A little tryout. No. Not here to be a porn star. Sorry. I am here. Wait. Check your pockets, though. You ain't got shit. Nobody's got shit around here. What the fuck? Okay, you have $42 and a knife. Thank you. All right. You also have a switchblade and 32 or $31 Renos. Nice. Thanks for your patronage? Question mark. Whatever you want to call that. Anyway. Let's get going. Sulik's having trouble keeping up. The AI partner pathing in this is not great. Metal door. Salvatore's bar. Do the guards have anything? Probably not. They usually don't. Weirdly enough. They don't just let you like steal anything and everything off of people in this one. Fuck. Like in later like Fallout games, you could walk up to someone and fucking steal the gun they're holding. Damn it. I got one of two. This damn combat knife. Let me have it. Thank you. All right, cool. Let's save again. Uh, 51. Nice. Right. And then one last guard to pilfer. $38 and some brass knuckles with spikes on the end. Cool. Talk to this guy. What you got to barter, Mr. Just Kim's. No thanks. Can I open this door? Yes. Cool. A weird thing is that, like, it's surprising there's a lot of rooms you can get into in the original two Fallouts also, where it really feels like someone would stop you in like in a more modern game. Which I feel like for some people is fun, and for some people is less so. For me, it's more of like there's a certain level of I don't know, immersion, I guess I would want out of it. Like if sometimes people are gonna get mad at me for opening up a door, then I feel like I would want them to generally get mad at me in any case where it makes sense. It's also a weird level of omnipotence that comes from being isometric in these games. Oops. But honestly, with how certain mechanics work in the old Fallout games, I almost feel like they were way less interested in the general immersion, and it was more, I don't know, about the gameplay and how you choose to go about it, I guess, is was more important to them than, you know, anything else. Like, you can choose to try to be as immersed and try not and, you know, do minimal loads and reloads, but if you're gonna load and reload, then fucking go for it. We don't care. Which is fair enough. I do feel like some games maybe do a bit too much in the opposite direction of really trying to get mad about it, but I don't know. Sometimes it leads to fun things like Mr. Rossetti and Animal Crossing. So, I don't know. I guess what it really comes down to is like, regardless of where the game chooses to stand on that type of stuff, it does become part of the experience. Even if it wasn't an intentional part of it. God damn it. Load. Like, maybe they genuinely didn't intend for you to abuse the save and load system in this game, but it's very easy to do so. So it's hard for me to care enough. What's behind the door? Behind that door right there? Why, that's Mr. Salvatore's room. Now beat it. I want to see Mr. Salvatore. I want a job. Look, maybe you haven't heard, Tribal, but this is Salvatore's place. My job is to make sure the boss ain't bothered by yapping dogs like you. Now run back to your tribe and cook up one of your people for dinner. I said I want to see Mr. Salvatore. I warned you, asshole. Now you're... Mason suddenly pauses, listening to something you can't hear. After a moment, his teeth clench. Mr. Salvatore says you may come in. Cola. All right, then. Look, he leans in, lowers voice. Some ground rules, girl. Don't waste Mr. Salvatore's time and don't give him any bullshit or you answer to me. Understood. Mason stops you again. I ain't done yet. You show him respect. You call him Mr. Salvatore at all times, and when he talks, you shut up and listen. Understand? Understood. The elderly man looks up at you. His face is gaunt and covered with liver spots. He is holding a breathing mask, which is connected to an oxygen tank by his side. What do you want of me? The family is here in New Reno. Really, it really feels like New Reno was like the prototype for New Vegas. Like a much smaller scale, much less fleshed out idea of like all these families running the place and yada yada. Mr. Salvatore, a reputation for strength and fairness. I want to work for you. Takes a breath from the oxygen mask and gives it a slight smile. Of course, but I require a token of your good faith, a sample of your willingness to work for me. What would you have me do, Mr. Salvatore? There is a man who has used his skill with cards to rob me. Some is trivial. The insult is not. I want him killed and the money he stole returned. Who is this thief? Mason will have the details. Go now. All right, let's go talk to Mason. About time you showed, girl. This bum that stole from Mr. Salvatore, his name's Lloyd. Not to be confused with Floyd from Wind Waker. Mr. Salvatore wants him dead and that money he stole back. When you've done the job, report back to me, understand? Think you can handle that? Where can I find Lloyd? He's been laying low, so tracking him down is going to be your job, girl. Best bet? Check some of the bars along Virgin Street. Lloyd might be running another hustle there. What does Lloyd look like? Lloyd, hell, he's about average height, white, brown hair. Last I saw him, he had a tan shirt and dark brown scarf. He probably ain't changed his clothes since I last saw him. All right. That's it. Let's go looking for Lloyd. Let's go into the Shark Club. I don't see anyone that might be Lloyd in here. Also, I have a good feeling when we do find him, the game will just straight up say, you see Lloyd, when I hover over him. So, I think we'll be alright in that regard. Hell's going on over here? Bookcase. Okay, she didn't like that. Raggy. They got mad at me for stealing. Oh, I meant to do this. Yep. All right, let's do this again. Okay. All right. Back to looking for Lloyd. Go back down here. Where could Lloyd be? None of these guys. Guess we'll check inside the gym. I don't expect him to be in here, but no. Wouldn't be at this bar, would he? You see Bill. A bartender. No. Actually, let's go talk to Bill since I was a named NPC, just in case he has any info. Heard any good rumors? That's a no. Alright, what's over here, actually? Let's see. What the fuck is this place? Rocket Man. Okay, that is not what I was looking for. I'm going to assume. How is this place? Father Tully. He's drunk AF. Okay. See what we can get from New Reno Arms. Eldridge. Welcome, traveler. Eldridge is the name. You in the market for some iron to fill that holster of yours. Let's see what you got. I'm gonna throw in some of my shit. That I stole. All right, well that's worth 3180. Grab all this. You know what? I'll take these grenades. And I guess I'll take back some of this stuff. Okay. Need to drop it back. Okay. Okay, I guess I'll throw him 24 caps. Tune it out. Blammo. All right. All right. And while I'm here, well, first of all, oh, he's looking at me still. I might not be able to steal from him properly. I'm not sure if that actually affects it or not. I'm gonna try. 72. Yeah. I feel like if they're staring at you, it does affect it. I tried 3 times, and if it fails every time, then I'm going to assume that... Oh, no, you can steal when they're looking at you. Wacky. What's that gun? 14mm pistol. Oop. I just steal the money, honestly. I don't really need the pistol. I don't even know the last time I went to a fight, really. Damn it. I'm very strong. If I really wanted to kill him, I probably could. Alright, I'm just gonna take the money. I'm more worried about looking around for now. Hmm. It's none of these guys, I assume. Okay. Hmm. Where is this guy? Maybe we do gotta go down here. Hmm. One of Wright's sons. Hmm. Who are you? Who are you? Chris. Chris Wright of the Family Wright. Glad you asked. Family Wright? Who's that? You ain't heard of Family Wright? You must have been out in the desert too long. Family Wright is the biggest crime family in Reno. We're gonna rule this city. Interesting. Well, goodbye. You sound like you might have things in your pockets, Mr. Chris. Ooh. Shit. Ooh, almost killed me, but not quite. And I'm a god anyway, so it wouldn't have done you any good. I'm so far above you, Chris. Shit. I want your stim pack.
Have died.
Alright. You can't stop me, Chris. I am inevitable. I'm getting that money and I'm getting that stim pack. Both. Crit for 89. Chris. Just make this easy on yourself. And let me have it. Steal. Ooh, I barely lived that one. God damn it, Chris. Give me the fucking money in the stim pack, you little bitch. It's mine by rights. This world is my plaything. Chris.
Died.
Much like in Deltarune, I have to deal with a Chris who thinks they actually have the power to stop me from doing whatever I want. I paid money to own this world. No one can stop me. God damn it, Chris. It's only a matter of time, Chris. It's only a matter of time. Was that so hard, Chris? Was that so difficult? Anyway. Where the fuck is this guy? He's got to be somewhere. Is he in here? Want to write some more right sons? Yep. Archives. Doesn't really actually give you very much, does it? Pretty Boy Lloyd. Keith. That guy's got a name. Orville Wright. Orville Redenbacher. This guy's got a name. You know what that means. He's got things in his pockets. What does the Hobbits have in its pockets? Oh, just a machete. Okay, whatever. We're gonna go steal from Orville. Never mind. I guess I'm not stealing from Orville. They don't want me going in there. These kids are playing a game. One of them shouted about having their force filled up. That motherfucker. Reno townsfolk. I don't see Lloyd anywhere in any of these places. Let me double check some places just to make sure I didn't miss him. And if I don't see him around, I might just dip out because there's not really any reason to believe that any of these guys are actually gonna help me on my way. Based on what I've seen so far, at least. Sheb. Oh, right. I forgot that this was a brothel. All right, well, I'm going to head out. You guys have fun with your stuff you got going on. Where is the next place on the... Oh, Reading. Right. Let's head on over to Reading. What now? A gang. Do I try to kill them? No, because I don't have my shit equipped. Well, I gotta wait and see what happened on their turn. Alright, I took a little bit of damage, but I can leave, so it's fine. We'll be fine. Surely. Uh-oh. Now what? Fire geckos. I don't like the sound of that. So apparently in the last battle, Sulik was hit for 46 damage, so hopefully he recovered some of that. Some of those geckos are going to start going at him off screen, not really off screen. I just realized you guys don't see when it lags for me. He's dead. No, he's knocked down. Never mind. Like, you can still see it moving. For me, it lags during a lot of these combats. I did not realize that it still played in OBS. Some bootleggers. Cool. Has got anything? Other than moonshine, I guess. Ramblin' Redding. Rambling Redding. Bam. Yeah. I'll take that $1 Reno, I guess. Steal. Take those $20 Renos. I got caught. They don't care, but I don't get the experience if I get caught, so I care. The system of like just rolling a D100 and you pass or fail based on that is interesting, because like some TTRPGs do that. I know GURPS does that. Hey, what's up, Zoli? Where it's like you roll 3d6, and if you roll, I think if you roll lower or than whatever your points in that are. So if you have like a 3 in stealth, you'd have to roll like ones on all the d6s. But if you roll it, it's a success. Doesn't really. I'm sure there are probably some rules in there. I only have lightly looked through GURPS. I'm sure there's stuff that affects your like likelihood of succeeding. But you know, for the most part. And I'm sure that's true of this as well, because you can raise stuff above 100% to make up for, you know, any penalties you're receiving at the moment. Steal. Honestly, at this point, I'm getting so good at like avoiding conflict that I'm like picking up a shit ton of money, but not really finding a lot to do with it. Have I heard? I probably have not. Oh, wait, about the YouTube thing? I did hear about that, if that's what you mean. With Deltarune. About how people were getting hit with the copyright stuff, and it was just getting set to like cut their earnings in half. Yeah, that whole thing. Yeah. Hopefully this makes things better. It doesn't affect me. I don't make money off of my YouTube stuff, but you know. It's a bit too little too late. Yeah, feels like it, but you know. Better late than never, I guess. The epilogues. Oh, did they get added to the website or something? Well, I got posted. The full things are on Monday. Nice. I'm sure there will be much discussion to be had amongst people once they drop. They also got a shiny new look. Okay, well, I will probably check them out then, just to see that. I almost wish I had saved my read of the epilogues and not, you know, maybe not done them already back when. But too late. I already read them last year, so. It was like a super stim pack, right? Yeah, nice. Wait. Let me take those shotgun shells. Fuck. Only a year ago? It wasn't that long ago. It was definitely sometime last year. In a similar manner, I watched a video earlier for someone I watched that talks about manga and stuff. Specifically, they talk a lot about Shonen Jump, and they were recapping their favorite chapter from each issue. And some of the chapters they were mentioning that were from like May, I was like, that was last year? What the fuck? So I feel ya. Burly looking guard checking me out. Move along. Have a nice day. Steel. Dice. What is that? Morningstar Mind Script. Huh. Cocoa Leaf Mind Script. Shit. I don't even know what those do. Gotten and or missed that we know who the actual main author of them was. What, the epilogues? I mean, yeah, I feel like wasn't that known back in the day? I never really kept up with that person though, so I don't know anything about them. And I stopped keeping up with the fandom around that time, so I don't know if the fandom has opinions on that. Damn it. Uh, Door appears to be locked. Rip. Okay. We're all co-credited. It was revealed that the majority was CV via tweet. I see. I mean, I knew they worked on it. I didn't really know the like percentage of it. It being not Andrew that did most of the writing doesn't surprise me. Though I imagine Andrew was more of the mostly the outliner and stuff from Act 7 onwards, if not a little sooner. Crediting was in a bad place back then because the fan base truly sucked when it came to privacy. I see. Okay, so those are worth money. Apparently, they have their own currency in this place. I don't really have a lot on me right now, do I? I've been mostly stealing stuff that's actually worthwhile. Stuff I would use, I guess I should say. They still do. I mean, they always will. I don't know why people care about that type of stuff, but they do, and it's always been that way about with just content creators, especially the popular ones with big fandoms. Back when I was a pretty strong Game Grumps fan, there was a ton of like there was the subreddit and they were bad, but there were also side subreddits that got really crazy into that stuff. Mainly after John left. All right. You heard of something called a Garden of Eden creation kit? Can't rightly say that I've heard of one of those before. What is it? It's just something I'm looking for. What's going on in this town? Mostly we mine gold ore here and trade it to other areas. Just north part of town alone, there are 2 working gold mines. You said you trade ore. Well, we mine gold ore to we trade gold ore to Vault City in return for medical supplies. We trade ore to the New California Republic in return for fresh Brahmin and other victuals, and we trade gold to New Reno for chems and booze. Interesting. What's a Malamute? Big dog. Where's San Fran from here? San Francisco is quite a ways south of here. You're a long ways from there, south and just a titch to the west. It's right next to the ocean, don't you know? Don't know why any sane person would want to go there. Why is it dangerous? Well, I hear all kinds of things about the whole city being full of nothing but crazy followers of some kind of kooky religion. Crazed followers. Yep, that's right. I heard that they're building some huge device that'll let them get in touch with their gods or something like that. Don't know much for certain. It's a long ways off. Okay. Well, that's something, I guess. Painless Doc Johnson. Hello, I'm Doc Johnson, and my professional opinion is that you're looking a mite poorly and need me to fix you up. Let me see. Let me steal from you first before we talk about trading anything. Ooh. Super stim packs. Money. Regular stim packs. And antidote. Cool. Okay, now let's barter. I took everything you had of worth. Hell yeah. That's what I like to see. All right. Hmm. Let's see. Let's open this door and check out what's in here. Some farmer. Okay. Nope. Okay. At the sheriff's place? Looks like it. Powerful looking man. Howdy there. My name's Earl Marion. I'm the sheriff in these here parts. Sounds downright picturesque, don't it? Well, that's my job. Okay, cool. Sounds neat. You have fun with that. Let me check those pockets. You can keep your weapons. I'm a generous thief. I only steal some of your stuff. The fuck? Oh god, the rats. The rats are attacking. They're strong rats too. God damn it. Ooh. Sulik missed. Uh-oh. Okay, let me pull out my fucking gun. Oh wait, I already had it equipped. I'm dumb. Hey, back the fuck up. Fuck off, motherfuckers. All right. Time to go to town on these assholes. All right. Bam. 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 Hmm. Come on. Reload. Hmm. Oh, nope. Can't kick. Never mind. Should have put my gun on my... Ooh, nice. Hmm. Oh, I thought you were dead. I don't know why I assumed it died when it got knocked back. Ooh, motherfucker. Now it's dead. Okay.
What you be needing?
Heal yourself.
That be a good thing, friend.
Okay. That's it. Slaying your opponents, you earn 430 experience. Wahoo. I wonder if there's even anything over here worth fucking with. You know what, fuck it. Let's go back. We're gonna explore. Oops. Didn't mean to do shit. I did not mean to do that either. Alright, well. Guess I'll wait till these fuckers come to me. Alright. Oh wait. Reload. Bam. Alright. Yeah, move. These rats aren't very good at hitting me. Gonna be honest. But they are annoyingly stronger than I would like to admit. Or tougher, like, HP wise, I guess I should say. The fact that they can sometimes survive a shotgun blast is annoying. Okay. Bam. Reload. In turn. Bam. Go help Sulik. Okay. Well, I guess that takes care of some of that. Alright. Well, I'm gonna take a break and then we will I guess kill more rats when I get back. So PRV. Oh, hi, Joe. We're back to killing rats. Anything in this desk? Oh, there's a rat in here. Gotcha, bitch. You're still alive? What the fuck? I don't know why he didn't do anything last turn, but I guess I'll take advantage of that. Alright, cool. Anyway, back to checking that desk. God. Oh, okay. I thought that was another rat that was about to get me. There's some rope. I mean, I guess I'll take it. You never know when you might want some rope. Say, Wamamingo Mine. I'm warm enough, I suppose. It is a little chilly. And snowy outside. I could put on a jacket, but you know, yeah. I do have the downside of living in the room most affected by the outside. But also isn't like cold. It's just slightly colder in my room than it is in like the living room. It's 17 Fahrenheit outside right now. Hello, thank you for sushi. Nom nom. I hope your break goes well. Killing rats, as we have been doing a lot of in this game. Oh, god damn it, I didn't see that one. Is there anything in here? Or is this just rat country? Stim pack, you know what? Not too shabby. Let's check out this corpse. Bones. There's some dynamite on the bones. This here's Rat World. What I say whenever I go to Michael Mouse's theme park. Aha. The fuck? What was that sound? I'm gonna use it. Did I learn anything? You learned a lot about wilderness survival. Yay! What's my outdoorsman skill at? 42. Not bad. Let's see. Let's go to the store. Hmm. 17F. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hell yeah. Fucking Kirby themed blanket. Sick as fuck. Thank you, thank you. This is definitely about as cold as it ever gets here. We usually have like one time in January or February each year where it snows and gets really cold, and then it goes away. It's always annoying when it happens because I don't live in a place that's really used to super cold and snow, so uh it takes the city longer than it feels like it should to do anything about it when that road's ice up. I feel like it feels more like they're just kind of hoping that there won't be uh snow and ice, and then they do something about it after the fact. Everyone sound off with your favorite Kirby character. Mine's Ribbon from Kirby 64. A large pile of rocks. If you look close, you can see the face of the little old men on the side of the stones. Weird. What's the sad truth? That we'll never get ribbon. There will be ice. Ah, yes. That too. Mole Rat Mambo. Who are you? Reading townsperson. Of every Waddle Dee to ever exist. Hell yeah. Good choice. Lamberge. That's a fair choice. Hello there, my name's Dangerous Don McGrew. I run the Morningstar mine here. What can I do for you? You ever heard of the Gek? Garden of Eden creation kit. Never heard of something like that. I tend to find my Eden in Lou's sweet arms. Okay. You can say, isn't Lou a guy's name? Because this was like 1990 something. I don't remember, actually. What year? Why do they call you Dangerous Don McGrew? Dan McGrew, whatever. Don's dangerous? No. Only to himself. Because I'm nothing but the biggest, toughest, mind-crawling, goalie-whopping, snake-eating buck in these parts. Dangerous Dan McGrew. That's me, all right. Cool. Isn't it also culturally locked in the 50s? I think it's, yeah, 50s, 60s-ish. I don't know if that is as true of the first two games, though, is the thing. Like, they don't really lean into it as much, I feel like, in these two games. Maybe it was just a limitation of the hardware and it was harder to properly convey. They lean a lot more into, like, this sort of almost, like, Western, old Western. It's like if I don't know, if World War III happened and then all of the West Coast became more like Apocalypse meets spaghetti Western. They started leaning into that a lot heavier in Fallout 3, from what I know. Which is why New Vegas feels a lot more like a Western than Fallout 3 or 4 do, because New Vegas was trying to lean a bit more towards Fallout 1 and 2's vibes. Yeah, I suppose so. Just the East Coast Bethesda stuff leans more into like what I think people think of when they think of like Fallout and being stuck in like that era of like the 60s. Whereas the West Coast stuff leans more into like wandering through the desert kind of vibe. And, you know, bit of an Old West feel. Anyway, I'm going to steal from this guy because I can. Yeah, he got shit. Never mind. We're not stealing nothing. The Last Gasp Saloon. That is an interesting name for a saloon. There's no one here. Holy shit. Does everyone who drink here die or something? Jesus Christ. Hello there, friend. Name's Josh Lawrence. I own this place. What is this place? This is the Last Gas Saloon and Funeral Parlor. Full service establishment. Bottle to grave is our motto. Holy. Okay. You do Lucretia Borgia proud, Josh. What do you mean by that? Nothing at all. Let me ask something else. What's been going on in town? Well, not a whole lot that I pay attention to. Mostly my business is kind of quiet, still as the grave, you might say, although lately that don't mean so much. What do you mean? Been spending time reburying people in my graveyard next door. Someone or something keeps digging them up. Don't know why. I mean, it ain't like they have anything valuable on them. The graves are being excavated? Well, I ain't never seen nothing but every week or so. One or another of the graves is all pawed and half dug up, like don't rightly know what do that. That's strange. Disturbing is what it is. Now, miners are telling me that they'd rather rest out their final days here inside rather than get planted only to be pulled back up like an overripe turnip. Hell, I wouldn't mind saving the cute ones inside, but not everyone. I don't know what all to do about it. Okay, that's weird. Don't say that. What a pleasant image that is. I'm sure that I'll wake up in a cold sweat thinking about that one. Let me ask something else. No, I guess that's actually it. Okay. Save. Skills. Steal. Got anything, Josh? You do. Oh, shit. Load. Steal. Maybe the next level up, I'll actually up my steal just so we don't have to reload as often. Okay. Let's see. You know, for a game where you skip over walking through the wasteland, I feel like this game still has a lot of like dead space and just like areas and people with nothing going on. Hello there, I'm Marge Labarge, and I run this mine. Ever heard of a Garden of Creation kit? Sounds pretty impressive. If I had something like that, you sure wouldn't find me grubbing around in the dirt to make ends meet now, would you? Dead Space, roll credits. Dead Space 20, whenever the remake came out, I don't actually remember. I've never played any Dead Space. I will stay warm. Have good work. Are you a Reading native? No. Okay. Right on the edge of a lake. Lake Labarge it was. Any jobs going on? It's always rumors, but I have something that needs doing. What's that? I've got a great big old digger machine down in my mine. Problem is the control chip for it don't work anymore. I need a new one if I want to expand operations. How do I fit in? The great Wanamingo mine, just west of town, should have one of those same excavator machines. It's been abandoned for quite a while, so I'm guessing that they still have a working chip. haunted. People go there and they don't come back. That's the big reason it's been shut down. It used to be a high roller type place, not anymore. So you want me to get the digging machine ship out of this mine? What's it worth to you? I'll give you 1,000 for that ship. McGrew over there at the Morningstar would probably give you the same, but he's all for those damn new Reno thugs. Can't stand those violent bastards. So let me give you the money, okay? We'll see. One thing though, that's good money. That mine must be pretty dangerous. Well, it isn't a cakewalk, sweetheart, but you look like someone who can take care of themselves. Anyhow, you bring the chip and you get the cash. Interested? I'm interested. See what I can do. Just west of here, you say. We go investigate the gravesite while I'm here. There's a whole ass fucking area down here. God damn. All right, well, I guess we're doing this first. Okay. Reload. Bam. All right. Bam. Reload. Bam. Bam. I missed. God damn it. I had a 95% chance and I still missed. Bam. Uh-huh. The fuck is that? A Wanamingo. The Wanamingo really does not look too happy at having unexpected guests. What the fuck is a Wanamingo? I'm sorry. Okay, I thought you were dead. Okay. Okay. Guess we're gonna go see if we can take on these Wanamingo fuckers. Want a Mingo? Try to sneak up on him. Okay. What the fuck are you? Reload. Shoot. Okay. Sulik was killed. Okay. Load game. In that case, let's go this way. Has my computer ever restarted of its own accord? I don't think so. Not that I can think of. Why did yours? Do all the time, probably as revenge. Interesting. What did you do to make them mad? What does this ladder lead? To the well. Okay. Use them for their intended function. They hate that. I see. Do be like that sometimes. All right. Back down we go. Yeah. All right, let's try this again now that we're healed. Was I a Dora kid? No, but my sister was. So I did see it some via her. There we go. Hmm. Boom. Boom. I feel like we take for granted how much those preschool shows were the foundation of our souls. I mean, I didn't have too many. I watched Barney, but other than that, I just watched Cartoon Network. So I didn't really have so much the preschool shows. I just had whatever cartoons were airing. That and Dr. Seuss. And, you know, any kid stuff, any kid books I had. Sulik's running away like a coward. don't think they really had Nick Jr. They did have PBS, but Nick Jr. wasn't a thing until I was older. Yeah. Was it mid-90s? I thought it was later than that. I didn't watch Nickelodeon much growing up, to be fair. I remember Nick at Night more than I remember Nick Jr. Let's see. I mean, it started in 88, but I'm looking at the shows that were airing and I don't know any of these. So I just didn't know it existed. I was watching Cartoon Network and stuff as long as I can remember watching TV and Pokemon. Honestly, yeah, I was watching like Pokemon and Power Rangers before I was watching Nickelodeon at all, I think, honestly. The only Blues Clues I really feel like I watched was if I like rented it on VHS. I don't think I really watched Blues Clues on like live TV. And I definitely didn't watch Dora, aside from my sister being into it. Hmm. Yeah, that's definitely what I did. Uh, hmm. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Okay, well, this place hasn't been much help. Being more Nick Jr. shows that I recognize. Yeah, I don't think I watched so little Nick Jr. I don't think I could have told you what was or wasn't Nick Jr. before that. Like, most of my time was the only Nick stuff I really remember watching much of was later on when they had Nicktoons with like Invader Zim and that stuff airing on like a separate channel. That was when I got into Nickelodeon stuff outside of SpongeBob. It was literally just SpongeBob is the only Nick thing I remember watching at a younger age. Watch a lot of Fairly Odd Parents. You know, I guess that's fair. I did watch Fairly Odd Parents, Danny Phantom, and Avatar, I guess. There was definitely a long period where the only cartoon stuff I watched was like the Cartoon Network, Boomerang stuff. It was always my go-to. I only went to Nickelodeon if whatever was playing on Cartoon Network didn't hold my interest. Same with Disney. I didn't really watch Disney TV. I only watched like the handful of movies I had. Chalk Zone. Yeah, I do remember Chalk Zone. I did not watch much of it, but it was one of those things that would sometimes be on when I switched over to Nick. Invader Zim I did watch, but that was when I was watching Invader Zim, it was airing on Nicktoons, which on like whatever we had at the time was a separate thing. I did watch My Life as a Teenage Robot actually, and some of Jimmy Neutron. So you know, like the later it came out, the more likely I am to have like kept up with it in terms of Nickelodeon stuff. But you know. Like the older I got, the more I realized that like instead of just watching whatever came on the one channel, I should actually like find what shows I like and pay attention to when they air. I think Nicktoons was aimed at like a slightly older audience, but only slightly. Oh, wait, I didn't think they were going to attack me. Like, I don't know, Invader Zim and Kappa Mikey are the main two that come to mind airing on Nicktoons, but I never liked Kappa Mikey. From Nick onto Nicktoons. It was like, yeah, it was shows that had already kind of run for a bit, but I do remember it feeling like they tended to pick, I don't know, weirder or darker shows. But maybe I just thought that at the time. Maybe that wasn't true. Maybe I just watched those. The bumpers, probably that's also probably true. They did air like those like weird. Oh, they also had like Mr. Meaty. I remember. They would sometimes air those shorts or that you know that were sometimes very strange or weird compared to like actual full-length shows. And I think that also made it feel, because I also would watch Adult Swim, and I think some of that type of stuff they didn't care as much, I guess, about being as like family friendly presentable in Nicktoons, because it was kind of an alt. And I think that made it feel like the closest, I guess, aside from Nick at Night, which I never liked because it was mostly live action stuff, if not all live action. It felt kind of sort of in my early teenage brain like the Nick equivalent of Adult Swim to, you know, Adult Swim to Cartoon Network. But I think it was because it was airing the older shows and was a little less, you know, worried about being polished and family friendly. I have no idea. I mean, if I want to guess, the last time I sat down and watched a Nick show, it was SpongeBob. But the last Nickelodeon show that came out that I watched, I don't know. It was Korra. I didn't watch. Well, actually, no, that's not true. I watched the first episode of Korra, so I guess you could argue that, but I didn't watch enough of it for me to really count it, I feel like. Okay, I'm back to not having any clue where to go. So, only watched one season, or season one. What was it, 5 seasons or something like that? I'm just gonna start exploring. um, exploring. Hmm. I'm just gonna see if we can find anything interesting by pure happenstance. Hmm. Some prospectors. Cyber Chase. I did not. I didn't watch much PBS. I was more aware of it as opposed to actually watching much of it. Let's go Sulik. I don't want to deal with this Rad Scorpion cannibal battle. Quite the show. I've heard people mention it, but I don't know nothing about it. I probably saw it on here and there, but like didn't actually watch it. Christopher Lloyd plays the hacker. Hell yeah. Based. Hmm. Gilbert Godfrey plays a bird. He does do that a lot for some reason. But he's good this time. You implying Iago wasn't a good character? I'm right back in the fucking Rad Scorpion cannibal battle. I feel like compared to Fallout 1, there's way more times in this game where I just feel like very directionless. Like even the main quest is so vague of like finding Vault 13. Hmm. A small group of ants. No, I do not wish to encounter that. Probably not even going to find anything. I'm just trying to see if I can accidentally stumble upon some location, and then we can reload the save and head straight for it. Okay, well, there's the ocean. San Fran's supposed to be near the ocean, so if I can get a good idea where that's at, maybe we can go there. Hmm. Encounter a hermit. Wait, that sounds sick. You got anything cool? Can guess you why I hermit. It seems he hasn't spoken in years. Why? Me want left alone. Anything to barter? No, you don't. Okay, well, I'll leave you alone then. Goodbye. Hmm. I definitely feel like there was a period between when I hit teenagerdom, but before Netflix and stuff became a thing, where I feel like I just, okay, I guess I'm dead.
This land has
Where I feel like I just didn't watch shows much at all. And usually if I had the TV on, I was not paying any attention to what was playing. I mean, that was also true of when I did get Netflix, to be fair. Why are you guys mad at me? I didn't do nothing. I think when Netflix and stuff did come around, though, that was when I also started getting more into like anime and stuff. I mean, I'd always been into like anime and manga. There was in that period where I watched less TV was also the same period where I feel like when I watched that was when I watched Death Note, but it was on YouTube and each episode was like broken up into 3 parts kind of shit, which would have been my first year of high school, so uh 2009. on Netflix 10 years ago and then stopped. I mean, I don't have a Netflix account anymore. I don't have an anything account right now, actually, because I watch anime, but I just find it online. Other means of watching shows, yeah. And then eventually you would find actual sites you could repeatedly go to. That's what I did when I watched Adventure Time, because I didn't actually keep up with it on TV. Originally, when Adventure Time came out, I was in a period where I thought I was too cool for cartoons and stuff. At least for the most anything that I didn't already have an attachment to. At least. I don't want to deal with these guys. I didn't even start watching Adventure Time until they were in season 6, I'm pretty sure. And I just found it online and just, binged the whole thing over the course of a couple weeks. It's also probably around this, maybe not, I don't know. It was in the same like era of my life, I should say, that I got into Homestuck. I don't know if they were actually that close together, if you zoom in on the timeline. I don't think I ever used On Demand. Okay, we're gonna go this way. I knew people that used it, and I would sometimes watch things at other people's houses or whatever when they used it, but I never used it. And I'm sure my parents used it. Aliens. Oh, it's the Wanamingos. Okay, so they're just straight up aliens then. Okay. I just assumed they were like weird creatures that formed because of radiation. I don't know. I guess aliens are just confirmed now for Fallout 2. A swarm of floaters. I mean, I feel like On Demand isn't any different from, if it's still around, it's not going to be any different from any other streaming thing, I imagine. That's true. They probably do make you watch ads. I wonder why they didn't put the floaters in 3 or the Wanamingos in 4. No idea what I'm doing right now. That doesn't surprise me that they're in 76. I assume anything that's ever existed in Fallout made it to 76 at some point. All right, I'm gonna take another break, and then maybe, I don't know, look up a thing and try to get an idea of where we could maybe go do stuff. PRB. Kaito. Looks like for Adventure Time. Just have most of season 2. That's such a weird thing. It's weirdly specific part of Adventure Time to have. Thank you. Okay. Let's see. Um mm, all right. Mm, make you watch a 30-second ad for Cartoon Network ad, but that's it, whichever got. I didn't even know they had a Cartoon Network app, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. We're gonna go back to MODOK is what we're gonna do. And do the ghost, try to do some of the ghost farm stuff. See, an app also makes you watch a 30-second ad before episodes. I mean, a 30-second ad really isn't that bad. IMO, like, I'm pretty used to not having to watch ads on stuff, but like, honestly, it just, if it's not like constant, it's really not that bad. Like, even if it's once per episode, that's nothing. I do feel like, I don't know, like I pay for YouTube Premium, but that is because I have YouTube videos or YouTube music playing so often that it feels worth it, versus like, I don't know, if I like, I think Hulu, admittedly I will say there's a point where some of them make you pay and still watch ads, and I don't know, it can be easy to feel like you're paying too much to still be watching ads, but you know, is what it is. A few years ago in like 2023, you could watch every episode of their website for free, but of course they do the thing where they replace the great website with a shit app. Yeah, it do be like that these days. You either 99% of the time you get a shit app, and the other 1% of the time you get they go the Pokemon route where they start uploading all of the whole series on YouTube for free. Downvote anyone who has an ad read. How dare they make money? All right. Let's do this again. What do you want with me? What do I get out of this? All right. He doesn't like that answer. Decided to help. Go to MODOK. Yeah. Yep. Come on, Sulik. We feel like as annoying as ads can be, admittedly, if it's better, if it's not as bad as like TV or radio, then I don't know. I guess it's not really that bad at the end of the day. Nope. Main Street. Talk to this guy. And the amount of ads for AI bullshit was insane. Oh, that I do believe. That doesn't surprise me at all. Here's a message. All the bodies are fake. I'll tell you, I'll come back when I find Carl. Carl. So like you need to move. I can't leave. Okay, I'm just gonna leave out the back then. This tool will change your life. You can make an app all by yourself. I mean, YouTube's gonna apparently be letting people use AI to make shorts and stuff. So that's the whole thing. We are annoyingly at a point where you can't get away from ads or AI. That's a big motherfucker. Without just completely swearing off the internet. And even then, depending on the field you work in, you're probably going to get exposed to it in some way sooner or later. All right, I'm running this way. Okay, I was releasing a 20th anniversary DVD Blu-ray of the whole Charlie the Unicorn saga, only available until tomorrow. It does not interest me. I never watched Film Cow. I just knew people that quoted it, but it is cool that they're releasing that. Revealed that the Millipede song was originally about the Iraq War. I don't know if I ever heard the Millipede song, but that's interesting. Originally, as in they wrote a song about the Iraq War and then changed it to be the Millipede song, or it was always the Millipede song as it was released was always about the Iraq War. Originally, but changed. I see. Interesting. West side, or was it east side? He's in one of the bars. Hold on, let me pull it up. I have it here. Go to Mom's Diner and talk to the drunk in the green shirt. Okay. Hell yeah. And this guy. Spare change for an out of work farmer. What's your story? He sobers up quickly and begins to tell his tale. I used to be an upstanding citizen before coming here. I was a peaceful farmer that worked the fields as hard as any man until they started showing up at night all glowing and with pasty white skins. Spooked the hell out of me, it did. Night after night, they showed up and stole crops and cattle alike. I could do nothing to stop them. I know what you're going to say. Why didn't you ask for help? I tell you, I did. Nobody would believe me. They thought I was crazy. Finally, it just became too much for me. I couldn't take it anymore. I just up and left and came here, and I've been here ever since. Carl starts to weep uncontrollably. You decide to leave him with his misery. Oops. I don't know why I like hit the Windows key to swap my thing in game. Sing a song when Henry Kissinger died about how he's going to hell. Also, fuck you. Nice. Okay. Well, we know what happened to Carl now. Back to MODOK. Group of slavers attempting to enslave some people. Nah, not my problem. We made it. All right. Let's hope they haven't already decided to attack. Let's see. 7 days. Ooh. There's a drunkard in the den who matches Carl's description, says he used to be a farmer too. The den? I guess we were a little hard on him. I can imagine what he went through at the ghost farm with nobody believing him at all. You say he's a drunkard now at the den? If you could give him the message that we believe him and they should come home, I'd be most appreciative. Now will you talk to the leader of the Slags? Yes, I believe the Slags and the people of MODOK will be able to come to some kind of mutually beneficial agreement. Thank you for saving the people of MODOK. This little thing about my reward, you said you'd tell me where the Holy Gek was. Well, you see, I don't really know anything about the Holy Gek thing you're looking for. You have to understand, we were desperate. However, I do know of a place called Gecko. It's a ways east here somewhere. As if I were a betting man, I would wager that the Gek Gizmo is located there. Goodbye. I need Radix to go there, though. Your series of shorts detailing the fucked up things the shadowy organization been doing for years. At the end of it, episode reveals that it was the CIA. Hell yeah. Even as I was reading that, I was like, what do you mean like this, like the CIA does? All right. Beef. Snake eater. Tastes like chicken. For every level is perky and 25% resistance to your poison. Smooth talker. Salesman. With this perk, you gain 20% towards your barter skill. Quick recovery. Quick pockets. Presence. Command attention by just walking the room. And this reaction of another person is improved by 10% for each level of this perk. Pack rat. Makes it much easier to carry that little extra you've always needed. Negotiator. Very skilled negotiator. Not only can you barter with the best of them, but you can talk to your way into or out of almost anything. With this perk, you gain plus 10 to both barter and speech. Here now. Heave ho. An additional plus 2 to strength for purposes of determining range with thrown weapons. Educated. Each level of educated adds plus 2 skill points when you gain a new experience level. Bonus move. For each level of this, you get 2 free APs each turn that can only be used for movement. +1 to your strength when you drop below half health. It takes Swift Learner again. Okay. Give her the stretch candy. Good enough for me. All right. Let's see. Talked about this. Okay. I should maybe pull this up on my phone so I don't have to keep tapping to it. Kind of just using this to give me like a good seen a gold watch lying around. His old Cornelius got you looking for his pocket watch too? You won't find it here. That old coot probably just left it somewhere and forgot about it. I'm searching for the Gek. Never heard of it. Okay. Looking things. Actually, let me double check. Do you have Radix? Actually, I have no clue. I don't remember what you saw. It's been a while. No. Here's some dynamite. Some bullets for a thing I don't have. God, bullets are so expensive. You know what? Never mind. I'll be fine. Go talk to these guys, and then I don't know. See how that goes. Come on. Hey, buddy. I'm gonna be return. I take it you delivered the message to MODOK. How was it received? The message was received well. The town of MODOK would like to establish trade with your people. Thank you for helping us. You will always be welcome here. For your services, I offer this as a reward. Hands me an assault rifle. Neat. What kind of 5mm? Interesting. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Okay, well. Oh, I didn't realize you could scroll up and down with the scroll wheel to like move the map up and down. That's interesting. I kind of just like started moving the scroll wheel. I think like some part of my internet searching brain kicked in and just did it by accident. But that's neat. Okay. Hmm. 1 second. Hmm. All right, I guess we're just gonna go to Vault City. Walk around here. See if I can't figure out anything else to do here before, I don't know, something. Some scorpions. Bam. Come at me, motherfuckers. That's a big scorpion. Hmm. Yeah, that's right. Come over here, motherfucker. Bitch ass. Hey, little guy. Okay, the scorpion. We're at a point where the scorpions are easy to deal with. So that's cool. Oh, I thought it was dead. I don't know why. I thought he killed it in one shot. All right, let's go check out this house. They killed whoever was living here, so that sucks for them. Anything in this box? I guess I'll take these spiked brass knuckles. Uh, so like, can you move, my guy? I can't leave because he won't move. There we go. Okay, nope. He came in the door. Would you like move? There we go. Thank you. She has nothing on her. All right, well, I guess we're done here. Okay. Oh boy. Patrol unit fighting some slavers. I'm just gonna fuck off and not deal with this. How about that? They've got it handled. There we go. Mm-hmm. It really feels like this game runs so much worse than the first one did. I don't know exactly why that's the case, but I've run into a lot of things with this game that did not happen with the first one. All right, let's explore Vault City some more. See Curtis. A friend while playing in the courtyard. His name is Mr. Nixon. Okay. Are you okay? You look upset. Be done. Maybe I can talk to someone. Okay. Yep. Hmm. Any hidden stuff back here? Sometimes they have like little hidden thingies. Maybe not. Wait, what's this? Inconspicuous pile of rocks. Oh, it's just a pile of rocks. Rip. Trash. Pile of junk. Oh, what's this? Oh, I found the doll. Cool. There was something secret. I knew it. There you go. This him. He was looking around for you too. Cool. Got 100 experience. Yay. Anything interesting going on? Looking for a vault. Okay. How much? Did the clinic. We talked to Ed. Let's drop 50 on a day pass and see what I can get. If there's anything else I can do in here. Day pass. All right, here's the money. Understood. Here you go. All right. Looking for information. Who's in charge of Vault City? First citizen Lynette. She's in the council. Vault City have much contact with the outside world. Tell me about Broken Hills, New Reno, Reading, Echo. We already did this before, but you know, I may as on a different save, so I may as well tap through it. That's about it. See if this guy has anything to say, or if he just... nope. Here they do terrible things to the slaves in New Reno. You're so right. New Reno sucks. me go talk to this guy. Hello and welcome, traveler. Have you heard the word today? I have not. The word, my friend, the word is selfishness, mixed in a slew of arrogance. And what do we have? Vault City and all its self-righteous slave trading glory. Why do you live here if you hate it so much? Why we're better to preach than to those that need to hear it the most. I suppose you're right. Who are you? My name, I am Thomas More, preacher of the word and the truth. And what brings you to me today, friend? Do you seek the word? The word? The word. Oh, okay. Cool. Amen, brother. It is time to hear the wailing of our kin outside these walls and to let them in. We have more than enough to feed and shelter our brothers. We need not be rich when so many are poor. I hear you. Actually, no. At last, someone who speaks sense. Why must others suffer aid, when aid lies within these walls? Friend, as I look upon you today, I see strength. I see faith. Do my eyes deceive me, or do they see a kindred soul that shares my cause? Yes, know that it is time for the city built on sin and slavery to open its gates to everyone. I have a briefcase with information vital to our cause. Will you deliver it to the new Reno for me? I would do it, but the citizens here are watching me. Sure. Give it to me. Here it is. Deliver this to a man, John Bishop in New Reno. Tread carefully, my child, and carry the word with you. Cool. That's a quest. All right. To the correction center first. A good word is what we'll call this save. Anyway, my steel is 56 now. Let's see how that goes for me. I got caught. I never said it was 100%, but it's better. Nice. Be about your business, Outworlder. Don't call me that. All right. Let's talk to this guy. What do you want? Who are you? I'm Citizen Sergeant Stark, outsider. What do you want? What do you do here? I run the correction center. Keep the Outworlders in line. Make sure the servants behave. Organize patrols. Try and protect the city from raiders. Have you heard of a servant named Joshua? Yeah, he was that drunk Outworlder who struck one of my guards in that brawl in the spittoon. He's over at the servant allocation center getting broken in. It's just down the street. All right. Let's free this man's. Yes, what is it? I'm behind in my assignments. What is this building? Servant allocation. I'm looking for a particular servant, Joshua, I believe. Is he here? Joshua, yes, we do have a servant by that name. He was recently transferred from the correction center. Your interest in him is... Okay, we can either negotiate for his release or lie and say that he's contagious. Let's lie. That's so. Are you aware that each servant is thoroughly checked before being admitted into the allocation center? Are you aware of Cola syndrome? It doesn't show up on most medical scans, and its symptoms can lie dormant for weeks. Symptoms? What kind of symptoms? Cola syndrome. A lot of Outworlders have it. Fuck. Yes, I have noticed these symptoms in servants as of late. Contagious, you say? Well, if Joshua is a carrier, I shall release him at once. Give me a moment to make the arrangements. No problem. Joshua would be better off with the Outworlders anyway. Wow, I can't believe that worked. He's been moved to the courtyard with the rest of the Outworlders. Sounds good. Wow. That was such a shitty lie too. Oh my god. And that's the benefits of having a 9, 10 in charisma and a 100% in speech. Let's go. All right. Well, we did that. Neat. Let's see. What's on tap? We have synthetic beers and liquor, vodka H, tequila derivatives W and W2, oh, and water, and ramen milk. Beer or liquor is $10. Water or milk's $3. Do you have any real alcohol? Why? You looking for something with some more kick than these synthetic drinks? Perhaps drinking synthetic alcohol can't compare to the real thing. That's for sure. I used to know this merchant who had a bottle of Mad Dog 3030. Bitter stuff. Couldn't feel my tongue afterwards, but it was refreshingly different. What happened to this merchant stash? It got drunk, or so I heard. There were a few other friends here in Vault City who helped the merchant friend drink the stash. They were willing to pay a good price to have the real stuff for a change. I'll bet. You know, I could probably get some more of the real stuff easy. I've been traveling the waste a lot, and getting a hold of alcohol is no big deal. That's so. Well, if you happen to be looking to relieve yourself of some real alcohol, then I could make it worth your while. If you could keep quiet about our deal and get the contraband past the gate, how much real alcohol would you need? Case of 10 bottles of premium alcohol and 10 bottles of beer, and none of that radioactive stuff I hear comes out of Gecko. Just some good old booze. All right. Interesting. I guess if I get that, I will come back. Maybe. Not sure what the best way to get it past the gate is, though. Let's go to the information center. What is this place? This is the information center for Vault City. Is this the place you were looking for? I do have some questions. Where can I find a Gek? A Gek? That name sounds familiar. What does it do? You know, I don't know myself. To hear the elder of my village tell it, it's supposed to be some Panacea, or however you pronounce that. I don't remember. For my village, I'm a little more skeptical. We know the central computer down in the vault might have some information about it. We keep most of the archives there. How can I get into the vault? Well, you need to be a citizen of Vault City first. If you want, you could take the citizenship test, or better, speak to First Citizen Lynette. But I am a citizen. Oh, you are? Pardon me. Well, then, you are permitted to simply walk down there and use the computer. Cool. Thanks for the information. Can I just lie my way in to the vault? I mean, I could try it, I guess. We do have the power of infinite saves and reloads. Only citizens are allowed. Oh, no, I cannot. You don't even get a chance to try. Never mind. They gave me some hope. Let's check in here. City provides us with everything we need. Yes, I can smell or see that you're an outsider. All right, dick. Sorry, did we invite you in?
What can
No.
I need?
Oh, sorry. It was Solik is a lot more of a generic looking character than you would think. Was first captured in the den. Fortunately, I ended up here. I guess this is the best place to be a slave compared to anywhere else you could have ended up. Citizens tell us that our service allows them time for more important matters. I'm sure it does. I used to have 2 children, but they were shipped northwards. I hope they make their way here someday. Uh, archives. Vault City. Or Vault. No, that's not what I meant. Status. That's what I meant to do. Solve the Gecko power plant problem. That's right. But I don't really have any Radix or anything on me. I don't know how well that's gonna go. Let me see if this guy sells it, actually. He does not. I cannot even barter with him. Suppose we could do a save. One more good word save and just head to Gecko and see how it goes. And if I die, I die. At least we tried. See, you have entered the small settlement of Gecko. You see someone whose skin has been very badly burned. Another cheating smooth skin. Wow, rude. Okay, well, we're not being immediately affected by rads, so I guess that's a positive. That's what I kind of assumed. I assumed I'd come in here and be immediately attacked and be constantly taking radiation poisoning, but let's see. Anyone I can actually talk to? Okay, I can talk to the bartender. I am Wooz. What do you want? What do you do here? I run this place. You dumb. I sell drinks, trade for things, tell stories, and play tragic. Tell stories. Got this great story. It's really funny. You see there's this head, right? A head. Yeah, it's a head, but it's not attached to a body. You see, it's been severed. A severed head, I see, and this becomes entertaining when... Hold on a minute. The severed head, you see, it's in hell. And it flies around there, you know, in hell. And it runs into all kinds of famous people there. Wait, a severed head in hell and it flies around doing what? Well, it's doing stuff. You know, it's got things that it wants to do, or maybe things it's forced to do. The point is it's doing stuff, you know. They're in hell. Oh God. I just can't stand it. You kind of obsess about this, don't you? Were you and your mother close? Did you ever have problems with bedwetting? No, you just don't understand. It's all about a severed head. Get it? It's funny. How can you think about a severed head in hell of all places and not laugh? Who's? I don't know you very well, and I'm pretty sure I don't want to. However, I think I can say without fear of exaggeration that you need help. Will be nice. Yeah, so funny. Ha ha ha. Anyway, what's tragic? Tragic the Garnering is the most habit-forming thing since Jet. Okay, so it's Magic the Gathering. Tell me more about this Tragic the Garnering. Well, Tragic the Garnering isn't just a game, it's an obsession. Not a cologne either. Just some think that the way it changes a person's life is tragic, but they just don't understand. Uh-huh. No, really, it's wonderful. You should play it just once. The first box of cards is free. A little something from me to you. Thanks. Hey, these look great. You tear the wrapping off. I just love that smell. That's just the first part. Now that you're one of us, want to play a game? Sure, but you're gonna have to show me how. Well, it's simple, really. Even someone dumb can understand it. First, you play a deck out of the cards that you have, and then you say you deal to the third player unless it's Thursday. Okay, I think I've got it now. Let's play. I won. Fuck you. You are dumb. I have crushed you. Now I can build an even better deck with your cards. You won. Goodbye. Nice. I think someone on the team may or may not have had a bad run in with some Magic the Gathering players. Right away. Let's go. Hey. 8 doubloons. All right, cool. Forbidden juice pouch. It's not forbidden. I'm allowed to drink it. Hey, smoothie. Look like you're from Vault City. I'm not. I mean, I have been there, but Jenna. Cola, rope, healing powder. Was the healing powder in the first game? Because I don't remember it being a thing, but maybe it was. Maybe it was less common or something. It's an interesting, like, super early game healing item that it, like, doesn't heal well and drops your perception. You use it. Oh, there. My name's Lenny. How can I help you? What do you do here? Well, I help Harold mostly. Harold? Wait, from the first game? Hold on. When people get hurt, I help them out. Help Harold do what? I help Harold administer the town. There's always some paperwork to do. What else did you say you do here? Okay, well. Cool. I'll keep that in mind if I get hurt. Thanks. Goodbye. Harold, is that you? Yes!
Hello there, smooth skin. The name's Harold.
Let's go.
I help keep this town running.
Hello, Harold. What do you do here?
Whatever it takes to keep this place together. Better job on it than me.
This place is coming apart.
Well, sorta. Our atomic reactors are mighty sensitive. The people I got running it mean well, but, well, they are not the sharpest tools in the shed, if you know what I mean.
What do you mean?
Need a little time on the whetstone yourself, huh? I mean, they are not too bright. Here's an example. The other day, I get a report. On it, it says the main coolant valve should be shut down. That would have caused a meltdown. That would make the Grand Canyon look like a pig walla.
Sounds bad.
Oh, yeah, that would be bad. Now, I got things fixed up in time, but we came close to the end there. Whew. They need someone to watch out for them.
Good thing you're here to help them.
Who'd have thought I'd be making things right? Although, if we don't get a hydroelectric magnetosphere regulator pretty damn quick, there is gonna be trouble.
What the hell is a hydromagna whatever regulator?
Well, technically, it's a thingy.
Hey, what does it do?
Without a functional hydroelectric magnetosphere regulator, we are leaking radioactive coolant into the groundwater. Now that means anyone using that water is not going to need a nightlight to take a midnight piss. Also, we need more fuel because our power plant is not burning it very efficiently.
Sounds bad. Where would you get a Hydra Magneta something or other?
Well, I'm certain those ornery bastards in Vault City have one. Not that they'd share. Hell, even if we had one of those thingies, I'm not so certain Festus could install the dang thing.
Hmm. Vault City wouldn't give you the part, even if it means that the groundwater won't be polluted.
Well, they'd only help us if they thought it was in their own best interest to do so. Not much chance of that happening.
Hmm. You may be right. Still, if I could convince them that they should help you.
They shoot ghouls on sight. Makes conversation a bit tricky.
I wonder if someone else could tell them.
We need a hydroelectric magnetosphere regulator, and it needs to be installed soon, or we have got some real problems.
What happens if you don't get the part?
If we don't get it, you can bet those boneheads from Vault City will shut down our power plant permanently.
What do you do then?
Take dirt naps. Vault City doesn't play nice. They'll just come up here and kill all of us if we don't get that part. Well, at least I'll have a tree for a monument. What you
Okay.
need, youngster?
Is that a tree growing out of your head?
Jealous? His name's Herbert. I talk to him when I get lonely. Just kidding. His name's Bob.
Right. Well, maybe you or Bob would know the answer to
What
this.
you need, youngster?
You must know if there's something called a Garden of Eden creation kit here.
Garden of Eden creation kit? A Geck, right? I seem to remember Vaults had those. Don't know where you'd find one today.
Okay. What you got? What's on this shelf? Can I take anything? Nope. Anything around a desk? And you got nothing? Got some clipboards. Can I take your clipboards? Part requisition form. What did I get? Purpose requisition form. Clipboard. Clipboard with the coolant report. Interesting. I might need these to help with the Vault City stuff. Anything on your bookshelves I can read? No. What about this one? This is Book of Science. Ooh. Won't hurt to read a book. You learned new information. Nice. What's my science at? 47? Not too bad. Pretty sure science is one of those you can generally retry anyway. Okay. Well, I'm going to take another break and then we'll see if there's anything else we can do around here. And then I guess we'll go back to Vault City and see if we can figure that out, maybe. PRB. Oh, Haito. Guess I should save while I'm here. Gecko, Treco. Um, hmm. Reactor 5. Stay away from Vault City. Those guys are assholes. So true. Welcome to the atomic power plant. Just to warn you, if anything goes wrong when you're inside, we're going to blame you, Smooth Skin. I'll be careful. I'm looking for something and I wonder if you could direct me. I can find all these on my own, I'm sure. It's a big fucking area. Holy shit. I'm just gonna go in every room I can. Computer is broken. Can I science it? Or can I repair it, actually? Nope. Wait. Repair. Oh, I can't get to it. Never mind. With the bad weed, woke up in isometric New Vegas. Oh no, what is this? Yellow passkey. That sounds useful. Hello, who are you? Love the feel of radiation in the morning. I bet. Ooh, blue passkey. I'm assuming that's what that is, yeah. Nice. What's in this room? Poseidon oil supply room. What's in here? Nothing. Hello. Can I talk to you? Hello there. Name's Jeremy. I'm in charge of the all-powerful supply cabinet here. I keep track of all our supplies. All-powerful? Okay, maybe not all-powerful, but it's pretty damn important. What do you want? I need something from storage. Well, if you want something from storage, you need to request authorization form. I sure do have something like that. Well, this looks like it, all right. What do you need? I need a 3-step plasma transformer. I think I have one right in this cabinet. Here it is. Not the latest model, but it'll have to do. Thanks, goodbye. Cool. 3-step plasma transformer. Interesting. Let's see if there's anything worth grabbing here. Big Book of Science. Steak and hunk of mustard. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's my science at now? 52. Whoa, crazy. I didn't even have to put points into science to get it over 50. Hmm. A lot of empty shelves. What about this room with a bunch of lockers in it? Really, one of them has something useful. What's this? Box of noodles. Fuck it, I'll take it. Nothing. Cheesy poofs. Hell yeah, brother. What's in here? Nothing. Alright, let's go open this door then. Yeah, can I fuck with any of this? No. Can I talk to you? No. Okay. Let's see. Let's go all the way over to that door. Because I didn't even see that door when I first came through. Yellow. Cool. Non-functional machine. I have a blue one. I don't even see a blue door, though. Wait. I have blue and yellow, but I don't have red. I don't know how to get to the red door yet. Unless it requires blue, but oh wait, no, there's a red one. Never mind. What does the blue one do then? Weird. Anything in this room? Nope. Okay. Use this on this. Oh, just let me in anyway. Leak? What leak? I'm so bored. None of these gauges work anyhow. Thank you for the daily dues equation. Starting to run low on uranium. Ruh-roh raggy. That sounds bad. Hello there, I'm Festus. I run the whole reactor. Without me, this whole town would be shut down. I'm a very busy man. They really overwork me here. What do you do here? Well, I supervise the atomic power plant. Really, though, I run the whole thing myself. By yourself? Why are all these other people in the next room doing then? Waste rules. That's all they are. They don't really understand what needs to be done. They're just placeholders. It irks me that they think they know something about atomic power plants. Why, if it weren't for me... Must know quite a bit about atomic power then. Know about atomic power? Well, I almost invented it. I know more about atomic power than anyone alive. If it's atomic power, I'm your man. Okay. Well, I don't want to keep you from your work. Goodbye. You're very good at your job. Most people think it's easy. They think that just anyone can run an atomic reactor, but it's not. For the untrained or faint of heart, I'm harnessing the power of the atom here. I'm impressed. It sure would be nice to have some help, but you see, no one else is qualified to do what I do. They don't even understand the basis of what I do. How could anyone hope to keep up with you? You know I am. I can tell that you really understand things like this. If I weren't so busy here, I'd run Gecko, and let me tell you, I'd run it right. You'd run the town too? Well, there wouldn't be any of this trading with Broken Hills for uranium ore. We just trade them power for it. Instead, they could run their city using the power of the atom. Wouldn't you have to run power lines across miles and miles of hazardous desert? Well, I suppose so. Then we'd have to then buy giant batteries from us. Yes, that's the beauty of it. Then they'd have to buy the batteries from us too, and that's just the start. I have other big plans like... You're a politician too? It's incredible that your talents cover such diverse fields. I'm just multifaceted, really. I'm very good at whatever I try. Seldom is there anyone better. Of course, I just happen to prefer running the atomic power plant, but if I wanted to, I could do anything else. Can't believe that everyone in Gecko doesn't see your true worth. I'm going to tell them right now. Goodbye. By the way, I understand that the reactor isn't running very well. Is that true? Well, it sure uses a lot of uranium, and it leaks some. You know, I've asked somebody to fix it, but no one listens to me. I I've heard that it's leaking radiation in the groundwater. Is that true? Well, that's possible, but I don't think it would do any harm to anything. It's underground after all. I think you may be wrong. Vault City's been complaining that your atomic reactor has been tainting their water with radiation. Not possible. No one would know more about it than me. They're just looking for someone to blame for their problem. We don't even draw from the same aquifer. You sound sure, but so did they. Well, they're just a bunch of amateurs when it comes to atomic power. I'm the real expert. You can take what I say to the bank, if there were any banks left, that is. Well, I guess you know what you're talking about. Goodbye. If you say so, my guy. Which way, Western man? Both ways. At the same time. Hello, I'm Hank. I take care of the inside of the reactor core. Not much ever needs to be done there. Hi, Hank. I have a coolant report from Harold that you need to see. Here you go. Let me look this over. According to this, our coolant level is way too high. I would have thought that turning off the coolant would lead to immediate meltdown, but I guess not. I'd better turn off the coolant right now. Maybe wait on that one, actually. We don't want anything to explode. Hmm. Okay. Oh, fuck. Is there anything else to do here? Survival gear locker. Hello. Hello there, Percy Crump here, master merchant in this locality, but you can call me just plain old Percy. Yes, you can. Heck, everybody does. Now, what can I do for you? Wonder what's going on in town. Not a whole lot new here in town. I hear Woos rooked some newbie out of a black orchid the other day. Anyhow, other than that, my friend Woody's gone missing. Tell me more about that. Well, you see, I had a friend named Woody. That Woody, he can sleep like nobody ever did see. What's worse, he likes to travel. Really likes to kick up the dust, that one does. Okay. Well, that ain't so much of a problem around here, that is. But last I heard, Woody was going to take a stroll over to the den. You know where the den is? I know where the den is. Anyways, like I've been saying, that ain't so much of a problem around Gecko. But you see, people in other parts ain't so used to the way we look. So, can't you put two and two together? I'm worried that Woody might have taken himself a nap in the den. It's a long trip after all, and then they would have buried the poor cuss alive. I need someone to go look for him there. And, well, I miss him, that's why. Percy blinks mostly at you. Oh, I see. You want to know what's in it for you. This is usually the part where I get more interested. Tell on. Surprised we don't get the option to just be nice about it, because a lot of these you can choose to just do it to be nice or ask for money. Well, I know where I can get a hold of a heck of a lot of pre-war stock of genuine Rad-X and Radaway. Don't do me no good, no how, but I figured that ought to be worth something to a smoothie like you. You gonna take the job for me or not? I'll only pay you off if I know what is safe. I'll do it. Sounds fair. Oops, I didn't mean to go back. Wait till we meet everything bagel seasoning Percy. Hell yeah. Let me see. What do you have to barter? One Radaway. Nice. Hmm. I'll just take this. All right. I'm still looking. Yep. All right. Let's see. A first aid book. You learn new ways to heal injury. Their first aid at 47. Nice. Cool. Not a whole lot going on back here. This looks like a power plant that exploded or something at some point. So, you know, that's a little ominous, but is what it is. Hello. Hello there. Ever notice that each Brahmin has its own personality? Well, if you watch them as long as I have, you sure notice. What do you do here? I guard the Brahmin or help Skeeter in his workshop. Who's Skeeter? Skeeter's sort of a mechanic. He'll take apart almost anything that you bring him, gets most of them back together too, sooner or later. Sometimes things end up working better than they did before. Where can I find Skeeter? Well, he's right here. Just open your eyes and look around a bit. Sheesh. Oh, thanks. Goodbye. Hello there. My name's Gordon. Gordon of Gecko. Hello, Gordon. I'm Cola. What do you do here? I look for opportunities. Opportunities like what? I look for ways of maximizing my potential worth. Sounds like greed to me. I am greedy, but most people misunderstand greed. Greed is a powerful driving force. Throughout history, mankind's greatest achievements were driven by men that wanted to better their positions, driven by greed. Uh, Greed, for lack of a better word, is good. I'll take your word for that, Gordon, but what does greed have to do with Gecko? So far, not much, but in greed lies Gecko's salvation. I have important information about the survival of Gecko, but I can't get anyone to listen to me. What kind of information? Well, I've calculated that if a reactor was running properly, we could generate an enormous amount of excess power, far more than Gecko needs. Yeah, so? I've also found out from a reliable source that Vault City cannot expand without additional power. Vault City can't expand. Vault City, you see, has enough power for their current needs as long as they're careful, but the Vault power plant they use was never designed for the increased load their city was putting on it. It's at peak capacity right now. Without more power, they can't expand. I don't see how that helps you. Well, if your power plant's working, if our power plant's working better, we could trade our excess power and technical expertise to Vault City in exchange for medical technology. And without more power, Vault City will burn out the reactor within 15 years. If Gecko's reactor isn't repaired, we won't last half that time. Without medical technology, all of us ghouls are going to die off in the next 20 years anyway. Everyone loses if Vault City and Gecko don't cooperate. So you're just a good Samaritan, huh? Somehow I don't buy that. Not at all. I've got my end covered. I'd be the natural choice to administer this project. Greed is my driving force, but thousands of lives are saved by it. Greed is good. At least it would be if I could get anyone in Vault City to read my economic data. I might be able to show the data to someone in Vault City. Well, I have all the relevant economic data on a disk. You may have it if you promise to show the data to someone in Vault City that you can understand and make use of the data it contains, but be discreet with it. Not everyone there will be happy you talk to us ghouls. Okay, I'll take the disk. I'm sure that I can put it into the right hands. Goodbye. Nice. Greed is one of the better characters in Full Metal Alchemist. Not that there are a lot of bad ones, per se. A deck of tragic cards. Oh, that's what... I have seen tragic cards before. I just didn't remember that that's what those were. Is there anything to, like, grab here? No? Okay. Cool. Well, we picked up a lot here, and I feel dumb for not coming here before. I just assumed it was, like, gonna be a dungeon full of enemies and nothing else. Okay. Let's go to Vault City and either make things better or make things worse. Either way, something's getting accomplished. Greed is good. There you go. Would have been a great Aito typo moment. Greed is God. Could have happened. All right, now the question is, who do I give this? Who do I talk to about this? Because I don't know if I trust the first citizen lady. Elderly vault official. His hair is graying. You see, proconsul Gregory. Citizen in a bright blue jumpsuit. It looks like the vault dweller suit, but there's no number on the back. Let's talk to the graying old man. Who are you? I'm Senior Counselor McClure, and you are Cola. Pleased to meet you. I'm looking for a Garden of Eden creation kit. A GEC, as I understand it, we only had one. Oh, we have talked to this guy before. We were supposed to have two. What was the shipment that was meant for Fall 13? What happened to the GEC that broke down? What was the shipment? Other questions. Okay. Let's see. What's your job here? Senior council member, oversee council meetings. What does the first citizen do? She's the leader of our people. The citizens of Vault City look to her for guidance, but the citizens, through the council, still have final say on matters. In trying times, she's a pillar of our society. Okay. I'm going to trust you, old man. I think you might have a part that could fix Gecko's power plant. If I had a hydroelectric magnetosphere regulator, I could make their plant run clean. It's an acceptable solution. Stopping the radiation poisoning is all I cared about. I'm worried that Lynette will withhold my citizenship if I fix the plant. Great. Where can I get the part? I mean, I wouldn't be that surprised if she did do that, to be fair. If you can fix their plant, I'll give you citizenship, and there's not a damn thing she can do about it. Excellent. Where can I get the part? We'll see Randall, the chief amenities officer. He should have the part in stock. There's one other thing. You might find this economic data disk interesting. Oh, I don't get a choice now. We're locked in. Sorry, an economic data disk? What do you mean? Oh, I do get a choice. Nothing. Sorry to disturb you. Let's focus on this part for now. I can decide who I want to hand this to at some other point. All right, to the amenities. Where was the amenities? There it is. What is this place? Council of Clerks said you'd have a hydroelectric magnetosphere regulator in stock that I could have. Yeah, he said you'd be stopping by. Cola, right? Wait 1 minute and I'll get you the hydroelectric magneto, the high mag. All right. Okay, here you go. 1 high mag. Kind of looks like a lava lamp, doesn't it? Oh, don't drop it. It's pretty fragile. Got it. Thanks for the part. Cool. High mag. If I can install this by myself, then I can get some shit done and we can get our citizenship also. Settlement. Utility crane, power plant machinery. I wouldn't even know where to use what to do with this actually. Let's see, maybe I can talk to this guy. Wait. We may have to go back and talk to Harold, actually, now that I think about it. I have a part that you can use to fix the reactor. You have a spare hydroelectric magnetosphere regulator on you? Of course. Are you ready to install it? Well, I guess I could install it. I'm certainly the only one that could install it right. Installing a hydroelectric magnetosphere regulator is pretty tricky. We just saved, so worst case, we have to run here again. Here you go. Okay, I'm here, but I'm still not sure that this isn't the right part or that it's not a trap somehow. You know, I'm much too valuable to waste. Maybe I should just let someone else do this later, much later. It needs to be done now, and you're the only person that can do it right. Come on, all Gecko depends on you. Difficult, but I did it. I'm a hero. Done. Hey. Let's go. Level up. Cool. We're gonna level up. Steal and barter. Nice. Done. Okay. Okay. Do I go back for citizenship? Go see if Harold has anything to say.
Mighty kind of you helping us out with the atomic power plant. We're in your debt. Now, what can this cranky old carcass do for you?
That's probably it. I just want to see if he would acknowledge it honestly more than anything. Sometime, every now and then, I'll do a quest for someone and they won't even acknowledge that I helped them. All right. Hmm. Here you go. Day pass. All right. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Um. Hmm. Talk to this lady. Oh, I can't. There's not actually anything to say to her. Okay. Never mind. Some questions. I'm become a citizen. Wait, I thought he said he would make me a citizen. Or do I need to talk to her about it? Hmm. Oh, it was an option right there. Okay, I'm dumb. I'm glad I came back to talk to him. I repaired Gecko's plant. Excellent. I was worried that the radiation buildup might force us to relocate. You are to be committed on a job well done. Here's your citizenship papers if you ever need them. Alt City prevails. Counselor. Noise. Never mind. Fuck you first, citizen. Guess we go to the vault now. Hmm. It's a computer. Can I science it? Be able to learn anything. Shit. Do 3 tries. Nope. Okay. BDU. Oh, it's an elevator, I assume. Hello. See a thin young woman. She smells faintly of antiseptic. Oh, hello there. I haven't seen you around before. Are you a new citizen? Yeah, I recently just got my own citizenship. Well, welcome to Vault City, fellow citizen. We don't see many new faces around here. I'm Phyllis. What's your name? My name's Cola. What do you do around here? I'm the resident medical assistant. I work for Dr. Troy. Can I ask some questions? Can you tell me where the central computer is? It's down on the 3rd level, if I remember correctly. Haven't been there in ages. Why not? Oh, I don't know. Not much reason to go down into the vault. It's mostly used for storage space nowadays. The only one down there is Martin, and, well, just between you and me, he's not a great conversationalist. What do you do here? Okay. I guess that's about it from her. Boop. The terminal is displaying a series of glowing green bars that rise and fall regularly. Logged into the Vault City medical database. Although the interface is difficult to understand, the database itself seems to be broken down into a series of archives. Search the archives for the location of vaults. You don't find any mention of vaults in the database. It's mostly medical information relating to anatomy, known diseases, treatments, chems, and implants. Search the archives for any mention of Garden of Eden creation kit. Nope. Search the medical database for anything of interest. You search the database, but the medical terminology is too cryptic to understand. If you knew more about medical profession, it might not be a problem. Search for any mention of Vault 13 in the archives. Nope, that's it. Okay. Let's talk to this guy. Hello, citizen. How may I be of assistance? Nope, that's it. Okay. Never mind. All right. Well, we're not medical enough to know to figure any of that out, so storage. Can I find anything useful in here? Door appears to be locked. Well, can I lockpick it? I only have a 35 in lockpicking. God damn. Fuck. Okay. I have no idea if there are like hard limits on lockpicking or if I can just infinitely try until I get it, but let's go down. There's people over here, so, or there's a dude over here, I should say. Whoa, easy there. You nearly scared the life out of me. Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. That's okay. It's just not many people come down into the vault. What is it you do here? Just keep my eye on things. It's storage down here. Make sure all the doors stay locked. What do you store down here? Spare parts, supplies, and ore from Reading. Not so much anymore. Not much ore from Reading. Why not? Don't know. McClure is really worried about it. Can you tell me where the central computer is? It's just over there. It's just talking. It's the talking computer. Thanks. Goodbye. One man. Actually, let's save here. Yeah. Wait, we're saving over not a citizen, so we should am a citizen. It's perfect. Anyway. What you got? Oh, I can't steal from him? Or is it because he moved? What is that? Pocket lint. You can have it back. I got 30 experience because I took it and then put it back. That's funny. You have logged on to the Vault City central computer. The interface seems relatively easy to understand. Everything seems to be broken down into archives. Search the archives for location of Vault 13. The archive lists only 2 vaults, Vault 8, this vault, and Vault 15, located far to the south. Oddly enough, there is no mention of Vault 13. You enter Vault 15's location into your Pip-Boy. Search for the Gek info. According to the archives, there is no Gek currently in stock in Vault City's amenity office. The people of Vault City seem to have used the only one they had to help establish the place when they came to the surface. Scroll through the remaining information. From what you can make out in the archives, 2 Geks were part of every Vault standard inventory package. Only one was shipped to Vault 8, however. Cross-reference the Gek shipment information. Due to the shipping error, it appears Vault 8 received a box of surplus water chips intended for another vault. The other vault was most likely received Vault 8's second Gek. Call up the reports of Vault City's power generator. According to those output reports, it looks like Gordon was correct. Vault City's generator is already approaching its limit. Without a new power supply, Vault City would be unable to expand. Interesting. What does it do here again? Did you have a key? Doesn't matter because most doors are just jammed shut anyway. What do you... Okay, interesting. They're just broken and don't open. Okay. Well, we've made a lot of progress in this last bit of the stream. But that's good. But it could go to Vault 15. That feels like the next major story beat. I guess the question is, how far away is it? Actually, can I go talk to McClure or whatever about the Redding thing? Still debating if it's worth giving that info that Gordon gave me. I cannot. Interesting. And I actually double checked the list of things I can ask this time. The label reads Gecko Economic Debt. Oh, this thing. Okay. Right. Might just be good to save here, I guess, instead of trying to head anywhere, because basically in the stream. Oh well, I mean, we got into the vault and got some info. I feel like that's pretty big step forward, especially for how we got stuck kind of wandering around earlier. Oh well. All right, cool. And with that, we'll wrap up for today. All right. So let's see. Uh, Tomorrow, Wind Waker, finishing up, or at least trying to finish up the Triforce quest hunt thing. Monday, Kingdom Hearts level 1. Next week, Fallout and finishing Wind Waker. We're also going to start Crystallis next week, which is an old NES RPG. Should be pretty short. Should be like probably like 3 streams. I think it was like a 9 or 10 hour game when I looked it up, so might not even be 3 full streams. And then a week from today, next Saturday, will be the next MLP day in the Discord as well. All right, but anyway, let me see who's streaming. We'll raid into Dawn, I suppose, doing Minecraft. Should be chill. All right. Anyway, BPR, go follow Ringo Martiste. Very cool, very epic. Here is the raid message if anyone wants to join in on that. And yeah, thanks for coming out. Have a good day, good night, whatever it is for you. And I will see you in the next stream. Mwah.